A few thoughts now on the state of Illinois in crisis. Illinois just days away from entering a financial death spiral. The state's credit has been downgraded more than 20 times since 2009. Personal income in Illinois has risen less than 1% since the recession of 2008. And people are fleeing the state of Illinois in droves. Illinois losing more residents last year than any other state in the union, and that's been true for 3 straight years. There is no doubt who is to blame, which political party is to blame. All of this the result of Democratic policies. Dems have controlled the Illinois state legislature for 14 straight years. 22 unions represent nearly all of the public employees in Illinois. And given the unconscionable mess that Democrats have made of Illinois, perhaps President Trump should just simply say no. No bailout, no more nonsense to be tolerated by the U.S. government. And perhaps the state should just be stripped of its very name. I know this is radical, but I'm just thinking out loud here. Stripped of its name. Maybe just say enough of democratic destruction. Strip the state of Illinois of its very name. Just leave a blank spot on the map for a while and give the Illinois name to another cash-strapped, warmer locale that is also a vast swamp of corruption, irresponsibility, and debt. Yes, I'm speaking of Puerto Rico. The island is already in bankruptcy. It's moving ahead nicely, thank you. Only $74 billion in debt there, $49 billion in pension obligations. By contrast, Illinois certainly, well, it's just another order of magnitude of difficulty to bail out. Illinois has more than $250 billion in unfunded pension liabilities, 5 times that of Puerto Rico, and approximately $15 billion in unpaid bills. Puerto Rico earlier this month voted overwhelmingly to become a state, largely because they're broke, busted, and have no other way out of their mess. They love America. Wink, wink. And only a quarter of eligible voters there showed up at the polls for the statehood referendum. In other words, Puerto Rico would fit right in here. We kick Illinois to the curb for a while. We wouldn't even have to change the number of stars on the flag, at least for a while. Just think about it, if you will.
Before we get launched into this,
okay.
If they don't have a budget in the state of Illinois by June the 28th, you win the lottery, you don't get paid. You'll have to wait for your money until they've got a budget. Look, this is an example of how not to run a state financially. Illinois is essentially insolvent. I'm not going to say bankrupt because a state cannot declare bankruptcy, but they are insolvent. They can't pay their bills, period.
Where's the